Well, friends, Congress has an agreement on a 5-year highway bill. But it's got something in it for agriculture that is unbelievable to me, and it's good news. Stand by, I'll talk about it in just a minute.
Every father would like to have their son farm with them and grandson and continue to farm. It's kind of a legacy, I guess. And then my dad was a farmer, and then, of course, then I am and my son. So actually, Jackson, would be the 5th generation from my grandfather. It's going to be key for us to have American Ag Credit. It's a long-term partnership with them is what it is.
Well, folks, it looks like they've got a 5-year highway bill put together back in Washington. People dancing all over the bill and happy as a lark if you're agriculture. Why? In a highway bill? Well, here comes the news. The conference report for the highway bill includes a provision that eliminates the $300 million a year cut in crop insurance that was part of the budget deal last month that we thought the Congress had kind of eliminated. They told us that, but evidently it wasn't. The crop insurance industry is all happy, farmers are all happy, but it looks like this is really the final that will kill the big cuts that the administration and everybody wanted for crop insurance. Insurers had pointed to the industry's already $12 billion in cuts since 2008, and that is a fact. Why would they do more? Why would you want to kill the insurance program that's working so well for a change and go back to this deal where you have to really pet everybody when we have a disaster and try to get a disaster bill passed again? Do you remember the mess that was all about? We don't do that anymore. It's replaced by crop insurance. And I guarantee you it's saving the U.S. taxpayers money, even though they help with that insurance. So, again, quite a shock for me to see that this thing had to be in a highway bill to get rid of it, but glad it is. Argentina's new president-elect is going to follow through on plans to cut the soybean export tax by 5% and sweep away restrictions on corn and wheat shipments. From December 10th, the country's next ag minister told their news media here this last week. He said he and the rest of the economic team are looking at details with more official announcements likely to come. The new president, Macri, elected just a week or so ago, says there have been rumors the new administration is considering the complete elimination of the soybean export tax, currently at 35%, for a month or two in order to stimulate sales and bring in dollars and income. Well, let me tell you something. Farmers have huge stocks of soybeans, folks. They're holding it as a hedge against the economic volatility, and in that country you got to do something. And this is a pretty good example. And as a bet that the Argentine peso would be devalued, that's why they're holding their grain. Estimates of the size of the stocks vary from 6 million to 20 million. Nobody knows for sure. A happy hour sell-off of soybeans can cause a number of problems, friends, depressing the international market, which includes yours and mine. Export taxes are only part of the equation for Argentine farmers. They're also waiting for news on when and by how much the Argentine peso will be devalued. I can remember I was there on a trip with some farmers back several years ago. I arrived the day they devalued in fact, they changed their dollar completely, their peso. It was they had to take their old money to the bank and get new. And guess what? They got a whole lot less new. What a wreck it is there in their system. I'm glad I'm a long ways from it, and I'm glad you're with us here on the Steckline Report.